Namaste, I have with me Mr. Srinivas Rao. Mr. Srinivas Rao is the State General Secretary of CPM. Actually, I must tell my members also, my audience also, that in CPM and Communist parties, the General Secretary is the man to watch. They have the Secretary General, General Secretaries. It is not the president driven. The traditional way we know President of BJP, President of Congress. This is a more organized, a people with a vision they have. Mr. Rao, thank you so much for giving your time. And we now see a very new CPM, Mr. Baby becoming the General Secretary of the party. And in principle, you are retiring. You are one of the most experienced comrades. Mr. Karat, Mrs. Brinda Karat, Subhashini Ali from my side, I mean from where I belong. And they have said that no, after 75, we will be there as a guide, but we will not be active in the party. Andhra Pradesh, my first thing is, was it necessary a division of the state? Because somehow I feel, it is my impression, what role Andhra Pradesh had in nation building, somehow Andhra Pradesh doesn't play that role. And today, from a perspective from where I am coming, from the Hindi heartland, we see that Chandrababu Naidu is more or less towing the line of BJP. He's another, people say something like Mr. Modi ji and things like that. So first of all, Andhra Pradesh, a bifurcated Andhra Pradesh, a divided Andhra Pradesh, good for the country, good for the state.
I fully agree with Anand ji. What you have said is 100% correct. It is only the party, that is CPIM, from the beginning, opposing the bifurcation of the state. Even though we have faced some hurdles and opposition from the Telangana, some areas, even then there our party has stood in favor of the party line. After bifurcation, as you said, many problems we are facing, particularly at the time of bifurcation, the earlier government, UPA government, at the end of the UPA government. Later, when Modi became a prime minister, he assured the people that I will sanction special category status to Andhra Pradesh. Don't worry, I am the person to take care of all the Andhra people. But as against his promise, he broken the promise, and till now they did not talk about it. Moreover, many times in Parliament, they officially clarified that there is no question of sanctioning the special category status. That is one of the backstabbing by the Modi and his central government. And they are arguing that there is no statutory bill or act or something for special category status. But as a part of bifurcation act, there are so many assurances given to the Andhra people, like building of capital, Polavaram National Irrigation Project, Kadapa Steel Plant, and many educational and research institutions. There are so many things, 23 such type of institutions they promised, not the promise, that was enacted in the parliament. But till now, except very few, some tribal central university was started, but without a premises, there is no campus. Railway zone, recently just in Vizag, he lay a foundation, but there is no office, no activity, no execution. Tirupati IIT started, Anantapur Central University is there. There also still many issues are facing. Remaining no institute was started. As far as Kadapa Steel is concerned, 4 times they laid a foundation, but no started. As against that, they are going to close down the Vizag Steel plant. Even after a special package they announced, but they are removing thousands of the workers and not supporting neither raw material nor port. But as against the public, this industry, this public steel plant, public sector steel plant, with the support of Modi, Chandrababu Naidu, both together, they are now encouraging ArcelorMittal who is a giant in a steel plant, they are giving guarantee for port and the mines. Without, for the last 30 years, Vizag steel plant did not get, but even without starting the factory, Marshall Metal has been given a guarantee for port and the mines. This type of backstabbing or partial approach or stepmotherly approach is going towards against the Andhra Pradesh. And also they did not give still they have yet to pay 20,000 crores for arrears as per the promise given by them. Revenue deficit, as per the bifurcation law, they have to fulfill the revenue deficit, but not yet. So when hindsight, if we can re-examine what we have achieved after bifurcation, nothing. Moreover, we lost so many things, and development has sent backbone, and thousands of acres they acquired from the farmers, but very few industries were started. Even there, 90% workers came from outside, and only 10% which are class 4 and 5 type of employment only locals are giving. Still, 45,000 acres of land is vacant without starting any industry. Remaining 1 lakh is freely given to the corporate sector. They did not start any industry. Moreover, they got the loans with free of interest from the banks. That is, so ultimately, who benefited means only the corporate sector benefited. People of Andhra Pradesh, 5 crore people are losing everything.
One more thing, Mr. Srinivas, that is something which I want to understand. In general, you go to a person, they said there are only 2 parties in the country who are cadre-based. And then they say it is the communist CPM or CPI and BJP. Now, somehow I find BJP is not cadre-based. What RSS does, RSS falsely says that we are not into politics. We don't do this. But they are very much into politics, they do. And whereas your cadre, I have seen your cadre, in the election you may not be successful, but I have seen communist comrades who have their flags, 20-year flags, they have folded, kept in their thing. Again a new something happens, they take out that flag, go in the demonstration, again come back. Now, what is the difference between a cadre which BJP says that I have the largest cadre in the world, and the cadre which a communist comrade, what is the difference? Can you make us understand that?
Yes, first point, as you said, the RSS is not non-political. It is their ideology, Hindutva. According to Savarkar, who was defined what is Hindutva, there is a political achieved project. So Hindutva itself a political project. It's not a religious. First, second thing, they are fully backing BJP. BJP is a political arm of RSS. RSS is not answerable or accountable to any of the institutions or constitution. Is extra constitutional body. No elections, no internal democracy, dictated by everything their superior power. That is the no accounts, no accounts and no accountability. So that type of organization is a semi-fascist type of organization. That is the most dangerous one. The difference between communist cadre and the RSS or BJP cadre is the basic and qualitative difference is communist cadre fighting for the future of the country. We want to advance the society into one more step from the present system. But whereas RSS and BJP, they are trying to take the backwards the country into the through 3,000, 4,000 years. In the name of Sanatana Dharma, they want to resume the caste system, and they want to resume the oppression of women in the name of Manudharma, etc. That is, they want to recreate the Rajas and Chakravartis, that type of authoritarian rule. So the basic difference, the cadres of the difference is that they are trying to take backwards to this from the present status. Communists are wants to take the society into advance mode.
Now, one more thing, Mr. Srinivas. Uh, the entire communist movement, or for entire movement, this is a class. You basically talk of the society, you talk of the class, you talk of the inequality. Now, today the biggest threat after the communalism which BJP is practicing, I said a bigger threat is the inequality which we are facing. Equality. We are not equals. If I am the food which I have just now, they have offered me some food which has come from some restaurant. That food has costed, which is just one meal, which might be more than a wage of a person, a daily wage of a person. Now, this type of a thing, how a nation can build up, how a society can be built up, when we see Adani at one end and we see someone who is not having two meals. Two meals, he is not even able. How you are going to tackle this? What is the answer for this?
Yeah, that is the important problem that the nation at present is facing. The root cause of the all issues facing by the people, either it is unemployment, poverty, backwardness, or illiteracy, or ill health, all the root cause is inequality. Inequality in economy, inequality in social inequalities, and gender inequality. There is regional inequalities. These are all, these inequalities came out of the so-called development. Because of development, development has happened. Wealth was created. What the wealth was created was gone into the hands of very few. Most of the income and assets gone to very few, and now in the name of development, the government is trying to transfer the most of the lands. Earlier, land means land reforms, the distribution to the people, those who will tilling the land. But now land means transfer to the corporates. Earlier, BJP government tried to introduce the corporate farming through 3 agri laws that was failed and they withdrawn. But now in the back door, they are trying to implement the corporatization of the agriculture. So in the coming days, at least now 60% of the farmers have 1 acre or 10 acres or 25 acres, though there are differentiation among the peasants, but at least they have some land. 40% are landless. But the land having people are also going to be landless in the future. That is going to happen. And most of the workers earlier, they have employers, they have some job guarantee, they have some future pension guarantee or gratuity or something, some guarantees are there, job guarantee. Now all the guarantees are lifting from one by one through the labor codes, etc. So these inequalities, instead of reducing the gap among the people, it is growing and growing. This is the root cause of all the problems, where the communists, our party, trade unions and mass organizations are trying to intervene. All the demands that are put forward to before the people as mass movements, as in the form of mass movements or otherwise, to reduce the gap of income and inequalities. Without reducing the inequality is not a socialism. Now, everybody recognizing our economic survey during 24-25 economic parliament submitted by finance minister, that categorically told that wage income of the people are declining. And IMF, World Bank reports are also saying, world renowned famous economists are also now telling this need of the reducing inequalities. And editorials of Economic Times and Indian Express, Hindu, all these famous reputed dailies are also writing editorials that this is the root cause. Without increasing the wage levels of the workers and decreasing the inequalities, the crisis will erupt. More and more crisis, our economy will indulge in a more crisis. At one side, global crisis is haunting us. America is putting so many conditions on us, and our students are they are sent back with humiliating positions. and our exports are curtailing. In this situation, in the future, our economy is going to put a serious crisis. To avoid this crisis and protect the interest of the people, the only way to increase the wage and income levels of the people through various means, such as welfare schemes or employment and the distribution of land and so many measures that qualitative and serious measures need to be taken. Otherwise, we will face a serious crisis.
One more thing, Mr. Srinivas, and this question I am not asking you as a office bearer of party. I am asking you as an Indian. Somehow I feel that the woman doesn't get what they deserve, and none of the national parties, because I still consider that be it Congress, and now we have to accept that BJP is a national party. There at some point of time it was not, but now it is a national party, and then communists. Somehow, when it comes to the leadership, appointing someone, just one exception of Sonia Gandhi, in recent, I'm talking of the last 20, 30 years, why they are so reluctant to appoint a woman as the head of a political institution? I'm not asking you as a question as a party state secretary. I'm asking in general. Are our society still not accepting that women should come at par with us? Is that biasness is still there? What is the root cause that none of the parties accept or appoint or nominate or elect women as to lead that party? What is the problem?
Yeah, that is a good wish. Anybody can want to democratize any of the parties or social justice. Needs certainly the role of women should be increased. Otherwise, 50% of the women now playing a big role in both production and the agriculture or industry, in administration and science, every sector they are there. That is reality. As far as CPM is concerned, when comparing with the 20 years ago, when 2000s around ago, now the women representation in both Politburo and the Central Committee has enormously increased. In the latest our party Congress in Madurai, which was held, there, when comparing to earlier, 3 more members added in the Central Committee, from 17 to 20% of the Central Committee members increased, and 2 new Politburo members are also came. They have such right, they have such capacity. I hope that in the future that also will happen in the CPIM. We are not allow in the party any gender discrimination. They are promoting in the state and district level leaderships, and somewhere they are having district secretaries are also there. But one sincere problem I am raising with all apology, we are not giving any namesake reservation, neither woman or some social composition. Namesake or number sake we cannot give. As a Communist Party, we should develop them as par with the communist norms. That is our responsibility. Then we will promote. In this situation, for anybody having some low level, some low degree of capacities, we will consider it and we will promote them irrespective of their level of political consciousness. But certain parameters and certain norms, that should be, as a revolutionary party and who wants to change the society. It's not it's not party of parliamentary, meant for parliamentary elections. To change the society, we need a strong leadership. There are strong women in the party, like Brunda Karat, Subhashini Ali, and latest Vasiki and Mariam, the people that came. And in future, more number of women leaders will come into the party, and it may be happen that woman general secretary also would one day will occupy that position also. Thank you.
As soon as possible. Now, one more small thing I want to understand. When I was growing up, I find that communist and socialist, they have a lot of movements. Anyone who is with these two parties, they were going to jail was very common. most of the time you'll find out, वो नहीं जेल गए हैं for this movement, for this movement. Somehow, in recent times, I've seen that though the cadre is working, I have nothing to say on that. That type of a movement has gone, the politics has changed, or what has changed that somehow that jail yatras are few now. People for a token thing, they take you to the thanas and then from thana they say you go home. Why this? I mean, I have grown up seeing lot of big leaders going to jail very frequently on some issue or the other. They are dharna pradarshan. Dharna pradarshan is out of fashion now.
Yeah, one fact we must consider that during last 35 years, with the economic reforms, in the background of globalization and economic reforms, etc., the composition of the working class, the character and composition of the working class has been changed. And also the classification among peasantry also increased. Earlier, peasant movement means the land issue has come forward. But during last 30 years, whatever may be, some capitalist system was developed. Out of that development, some income has percolated to the down, very 1% or 2%, and comparing with earlier, 1 or 2% is down. 19 Narega, such things are there. And in this situation, the precariousness of the working class and the division within the working class in the name of sectors, in the name of so many types of employment. It is not easy to form one single demand to apply to the all working class. Earlier there was such. So after this, so many outsourcing and contract workers, daily wage workers, permanent workers, like that. And also migration workers. In our state, most of the workers now coming from the northern states. Local people are only having some low quality, low skill jobs. And some people from Andhra is going to other states and foreign countries also. This migration is constructing the wall between the people. They don't know the Telugu language. Telugu people doesn't communicate with the outside people. They are putting in one area within the campus and in the iron sheds, plate sheds, that way. They are 24 hours they are hard working and saving some amount and send to their homes, and they will purchase small piece of land and educating their children. After 5 years, 6 years, they will gone back. Even some workers will die in any accident. Just 50,000 or 1 lakh they will give for final rituals and left out the people. So the change in the composition of the working class and the working conditions is unable to unite all the sections at one umbrella. So that is happened last 30 years. But now situation is changing. Though there are several types of employment, now the system itself facing a crisis. In this crisis situation, it's not easy to satisfy the people with small concessions. So in future, definitely the new situation, the militant struggles will happen. Already that situation has started. In other countries also we are witnessing. If militant struggles will start, then as you said, repression will start, jail going or underground or facing cases, etc. Now also we are facing some cases. What the ruling party is doing, either in earlier previous government or the present government, they are applying a new tactics or new techniques. If people and the leaders together going for Dharna or some Bandh or something, they divide the leaders and the people. They left the people on the spot and book the cases against leaders. Only leaders, when cases have come and going, attending the court, only leaders can appear. People are dividing. Then they are approaching the people that if you go with them, you also will face the cases. Whatever they won't give your houses or pattas, we will give. If you come with us, we will give. That's why they are giving some creating illusions. So that bargaining capacity is reducing now to the ruling parties. Yeah, they had such a bargaining capacity earlier. Now they are declining that such power. So definitely the militant struggles will happen in the future.
question, Mr. Srinivas. A very basic question. We had in our constitution a provision of a reservation. So we, rightly so, and in the panchayat also we have a. But now people want that we don't want a representation, we want participation. And now slowly you find that change in the behavior, that they say that no, representation, I have 22%, you cannot fool me like that. I want a participation in the decision making. How you see this? This is good for the country?
Yeah, definitely. Instead of representative democracy, participatory democracy is more progressive and result yielding process. For example, in a village, if a woman is declared as a sarpanch, one of the leader's wife or sister or somebody will appoint. But in practice, that man, entire thing they are managing. Gradually, the awareness among women is growing. They are ascertained and they are asking. Like that, SCs, STs also. So reservations is not at all a showcase piece, showcase piecing. Now it is more and more SC, STs and women are asserting themselves. So, and also people in the tribal area, there is a law for PESA Act. If any action is to be taken, village Sabha, the Gram Sabha, must give the consent. But bypassing this constitutional condition, the governments are taking unilateral decisions. Forget about the Panchayat Raj. Panchayat Raj only minutes they are writing. The people are now thinking that only one day for 5 years are happy and festival. The remaining all days they are submissive and they have to follow what they. Recently I toured all the districts on a bicycle and Padayatra, various forms I visited every villages. They said 10 months ago MLA came and promised this. After that he did not appear before us. He forgotten all the promises that are giving. Then at that time I suggested them, we will demand for Accountability Act. Whoever give the promise, they must be implement Accountability Act. So people are also now aware about their rights and whatever they are voting in return of money. That is true. Everybody is distributing money and they are also taking money, voting on return of the money.